Bienvenue à CharacterSelect. Je m'appelle Dave, and this is Terroir. I actually planned to have like a glass of wine, only it was going to be a glass of apple juice, but I forgot to get the glass, and then I forgot to get the apple juice. And I don't like to drink wine, so fuck it. But I do like games about making things, and this is the winemaking tycoon game. We are going to just play this game. As far as I'm aware, this game is not yet fully released, or it might be, but it's a weird little game. Chateau Boudreau.
Congratulations on the founding of your...
I know how to play the game, sort of. Alright, so, first thing that we want to do is, nothing, actually. We gotta sit here and wait. I've got a forest. So this is basically manage your winemaking company. Grow your grapes and then make some wine out of them. So we're gonna plant some Cabernet Sauvignon.
Depending on the weather.
I know how to... Okay. So basically, what we're aiming for on ripeness over here is somewhere between 4 and 6. It is currently raining, which is not helping us at all. But yeah, so there's a lot to this game. So it's got a bunch of leaves, and we don't actually want leaves because leaves prevent grapes from ripening. So we're going to cut those leaves back, which we've done, and now the foliage stage is light foliage. And it's raining again, so more leaves, friggin' vine leaves, bro. Stop raining and give me some sun. Now, this is a game very much about making the best of what you get. You can make fucking rain every goddamn fucking time. Stop it. You can make grapes out of improperly ripened, or wine out of improperly ripened grapes, but it's more difficult. We also have fungal rot, so that's, you know, fucking great. Delightful. Be sunny, please. Be sunny? Do you want to be sunny? I would like you to be sunny. It's clear! Give me some sun. I would like sun. Increase my ripeness. So, ripeness only goes up when it's been clear for a certain amount of time. And if it rains, it interrupts that time, which makes it very difficult. However, if you don't get rain to grow leaves at the right time, then your grapes will ripen out of control, and then you can't do anything about it. So this is very much a game about shit. I fucked up through no fault of my own. We can get loam there. What else we got? Sandy, loam, sandy, loam, loam. Okay. Alright, it is now September, and we can actually harvest them, which we should do because they're at 4 ripeness. I'm going to see if I can get to 5. 5 is basically perfect. If you over-ripen, then they taste a little weird. Come on. Come on, 5. Yes, okay. Harvesting is super easy. Yes, I know how to do this. So, basically, we got grapes with perfect acidity, perfect sweetness, perfect tannins, perfect bodies. Perfect body. We've got, ooh. Wine gets +1 to its final rating if its final rating is less than 3.5 stars. Nice. We got a little less than a ton. So the first thing that you have to do with grapes when you make wine is you gotta crush them. The most classic method of crushing grapes is just by stamping on them, or as the winemakers call it, piggage. Piggage. Pigage. Stomping. They call it stomping. There are other methods you can use. You can crush them, motorize them, and every option that you choose, we can't do these ones because we don't have the right estate level, but this increases tannins by 2 and takes 5 seconds per varietal to complete. This increases tannins by 3 and takes 3 seconds. And this increases tannins by 3 and takes 1 second. You generally don't want tannins. You want them to be low, but you don't want them to be gone, because that's not wine. You gotta very carefully balance what you're doing here. Now we need to ferment them. Every 2 weeks of fermentation decreases sweetness by 1, because you're making it more alcoholic. Our sweetness is at 6. I believe a Cabernet Sauvignon is not terribly sweet, so we want that to go for about a month. And perfection is very much achieved in this game only through trial and error. You do not know what a good thing of wine is until you've made it. They will tell you more about what's happening as you play, but we'll buy that. Oh shit! I ran out of money. I thought I had more money because I was playing on easy that one time. Shit. Well, we'll see what happens. Pressing. For every 10% of pressed juice, your acidity increases by 1. Before your wine can be aged, you need to press the must to obtain the fermented juices. Basically, we're taking out the grossness from it. We have a lot of tannins. And our acidity increases by 1. We want this to be a little acidic, so we will go for a 7. Just press that shit. And now you age it. Aging softens a wine's tannins and acidity, which is why we wanted those to equal, and giving it a smoother and more balanced taste over time. The decrease in tannins and acidity stops at certain values depending on the storage type. Some storage methods have a chance of imparting different flavors to your wine, so experimenting with each could lead to some interesting results. Common French oak is the basic one. It decreases acidity by 1 and tannins by 2 for every month you leave it stored. We do want tannins to go down, but we want acidity to be at about 5. So we're going to age it for 2 months. And there's no actual counter for this, because basically you decide when you want to bottle it. And you do that by clicking on your cellar button. And hey look, there's your barrels. And... oh no, okay, I thought we ran out of money. We did not. Whew. It's still December. Planting season is February, so we got some time. We'll just speed things up a little bit here. Also, this music is delightfully French. What is it looking like? Alright, 1 more month. It was barreled in October. No, actually, that's... yeah, okay, let's bottle that. I think it's actually a little too unacidic. So you can get a screw cap top or a cork top. We're just going to go with screw cap because it's cheaper. You could choose the bottle because, you know, there's reasons. And we're going to make Chateau Boudreau Cabernet Sauvignon 2018. Bottle, please. All right, and then we have to organize a tasting. These guys do not have much prestige. But they gave me 5 stars, baby! A delightful Cabernet Sauvignon. Good Cabernet Sauvignon is everywhere, but great ones are rare. Just like this little gem.
Congratulations on getting your first batch of wine reviewed. There's much more to...
Yeah, I know there's much more. So now that we have that, we can actually sell it at 19 bucks a bottle, which is fucking ridiculous. But we have... how many bottles do we have? We have 600 bottles, and we want to make all the distributors happy as much as we can. So we're going to give them each 200 bottles. And the reason that we're not giving it to Krupp food companies is because they pay basically bargain basement prices for wine. And that's only if you want to offload a wine that is garbage. So let's sell. And you don't get money right away. They got to sell it first. All right. And close the cellar, and it's almost time for our next crop. Sweet. Alright, let's plant. Now we could plant some more Cabernet Sauvignon and kind of increase our production there, but we could also plant Chardonnay. You can only plant, there's 2 or 3 varieties of grapes that you can plant per terrain type. Loam is either Chardonnay or Cabernet Sauvignon. It's really expensive to plant these though, so I'm going to go with some more Cabernet. Or not. Great. Glad we had this conversation. So happy. Oh, but if you get a 5-star wine, if it's rated at 5 stars, you get a chance to draw from the Chance or Circumstance decks. Chance is basically good or bad. Circumstance is something that just kind of happens. It doesn't really affect anything directly. We'll go with chance.
At a recent food and beverage convention after party, you get drunk and attempt to do a headstand after challenging your wine distributors to a dance-off. You fall flat on your back and have to be carried to your hotel room. Your distributors are not impressed.
That definitely sounds like something I'd do. Except for the drinking wine thing. But we did make money. Look, we made a whole bunch of money. Market saturation. Dang it. We can't actually plant anything, though. We don't have enough money. Planting season is almost over. Yeah, damn it. And there are different tiles, like not all of the tiles are planting tiles, as you can see. This is a lake. Lakes don't actually give you anything, and also you can see our ripeness is rapidly increasing here, which is bad. Okay, now we can plant you. Good. Because we haven't had any rain to grow any leaves to protect the precious, precious grapes. Yay! Yay! Grow some leaves. Grow some... Why aren't you growing any leaves? Oh my god! Oh, the wine industry buckles. Oh, we are running out of money. But I think that's just because we paid for planting costs, so... Come on. Yes! Okay, cool. So now that they have... this is optimal foliage, they actually ripen still, but very slowly. And if it rains again, we get heavy foliage, and they actually lose ripeness. Ripeness is actually like a factor of where they are in their growth cycle at the moment, as opposed to, you know, whether or not they're finished growing. That's why you want to aim for a 4 or a 6. If you have grapes that are really, really ripe, then they get very, very sweet, which makes terrible wine. If you have grapes that are not ripe at all, then they get very, very acidic and very tangy, and that's also not good. So... But, I mean, this is pretty much perfect. The only thing is, we're going to run out of money again. So let's speed things up and hope that we can make some muns. And you can upgrade your plot. You can get, like, a changing room or a sunbather's chair, parasol. Some of them actually have, like, advantages. This instantly gains you 100 renown. This instantly gains 10 renown, stuff like that. So you can customize kind of your terroir. Yes, we want to harvest those immediately. Excellent. So because they were on the vines a bit longer, you can see that they're a little sweeter than they were before. But otherwise, they're still pretty good, and we got a shit ton. 2.5 tons. So we need to piggage, stop them. Crush, 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 crush. Excellent. Now we need to ferment them. And it seemed to work out pretty well when we had him for a month last time, so we'll do that again. So we should be, like, we're losing money right now, but 2.5 tons of grapes is actually going to give us a shit ton of wine. So it's going to cost us a lot to bottle, but we should be able to make a lot of money off of that. I really shouldn't have bought that plot before, you know. And we did 20% last time, which boosted this up to 7, so that's good. And then common French oak. You can also put them in stainless steel vats. White oak are the other options, but you have to level up your estate to do that. Which we won't do. This is just going to be a single shot. We're not going too far in this game, but we're just having fun. But I love management games like this where it's kind of like a chill, relaxed pace. You're just having a good time. You're listening to some nice music, some having, you know, desperately hoping that it rains so that your flowers get more flowery. Things like that. So it's 2 months old, so let's bottle that. We will do the screw cap name. Cost us a shit ton of money. Organize a tasting. Bring these tasters, plus another one who is a 2-star prestige guy. But you can only bring 2, and I need to make money, so I want it to review highly, so we're only going to get the guys. Excellent. Alright, and now we will sell this. We have 1,800 bottles as compared to our 600 from last time. So we will give you 600, 600, and 600. No, we will give you 590, 590, and 590. It's, once you've actually started making money, it's always a good idea to keep a few bottles of really good wine in reserve so that you can use them for special events that come up. But now, we will draw another card. And let's do a circumstance one.
The town's mayor has heard about your vineyard and would like to pay a visit. It's a good opportunity to impress him with some of your finest wines.
Oh my god! The mayor is coming to my chateau!
In your estate's grounds for a glass or two. Do well, and you might just get that government grant you've always wanted.
And that's why you keep some stuff in reserve, because this is an excellent bottle of wine. But yeah, this is, like, if you've ever wanted to know how wine is made, this is the game for you. I've gone bankrupt. Great. My table performance was comparable to a glass of table wine. Thanks, game. Appreciate it. So when I was playing last time, I went here, and that's why. I thought I had more money. I did not. Let's see if I've got any loads here. I do have a load. Loading? That is some long-ass loading there, game. Holy shit. Okay. I'm assuming that is not working. Let's just start that one over again there, shall we? Oops. My B. I'm actually kind of curious. I don't know what the word terroir means. Let's find out together. A terroir is the complete natural environment in which a particular wine is produced, including factors such as the soil, topography, and climate. Yeah, that's kind of appropriate, I guess. All right. Let's go with this save. Maybe. There we go. Alright, first things first. Sell. Cool. We've got money, everybody. We've got money. Oh, shit. So, yeah, the things that you plant basically stay here for a long time. Like, you can see the age is 0 years. After, like, 50 years, good things happen. Or other things can happen, I should say. Alright. So, that is too many leaves. So, let's cut those back. See if we can make a half-decent bottle of wine out of these guys. Yep, they're ripening up good. So you can have either light foliage, optimal foliage, or minimal or heavy foliage. Optimal foliage means that they ripen and ripen quickly. Yeah, we're already suffering from fungal rot. Great, so glad. That's why you buy a lake. Lakes help prevent fungal rot. God damn it. Stop suffering from fungal rot. How am I supposed to make money when you keep killing me with fungal rot? Alright, now we need the rain. And we're not getting the rain. Actually, this isn't that bad. We should be able to harvest in September. at a perfect 6. Excellent. All right. So let's crush some grapes. So that last year didn't happen. We didn't go bankrupt. No, you guys are crazy. 1 month. So I guess when you go to 10,000 negatives, that's when you die? Bankrupt? Kind of sad that I wasted 10,000 frickin' dollars on this plot of land. It's very annoying. Alright. And 20%. Now, we're getting really lucky with this because we've managed to get 2 rounds of grapes at about the same ripeness. That is not even remotely a guarantee. It is very possible to have to deal with 9 ripeness or 2 ripeness or 1 ripeness, as I had to deal with once. So, I mean, it's very, very helpful that we're getting some good growth as it is. Did I not sell this? Interesting. Maybe we'll make some more money. Sweet. Excellent. So happy that that's a thing that happened. Alright. So, let's sell 200, 200, 200. I did not realize where that sold, or where that saved. That needs another month, so let's grab our chance card.
At a recent food and beverage convention.
Apparently that's the same every goddamn time. Fuck. Alright, how about now? Yep, perfect. Bottle. Tasting. El Scorchito. Another perfect batch. Sell. They're still waiting to sell 200 bottles, so I actually can't sell that. Crap. Gotta wait for some money to roll in first. And you can get a loan. I should have done that. 10,000 over 15 years? Oh. Minimum of 3,000 and a maximum of your current renown multiplied by 2,000. Am I supposed to know what my current renown is? No, that's tutorial. I have... I have 2 renown. Okay, that's how we find out. Cool. Oh boy. Alright. Let's do it. Open the chest. The mayor is coming. Cool. So we just sold a whole bunch of wine, which is great, because that means we can sell a whole bunch more wine. Sell. People out there waiting to get drunk, get crunk. Oh, they need to sell more wine. Okay. Sell 100 bottles a month? Good lord, my wine is better than that. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do. Boop-boop-boop-boop-doo. One of the wine merchants is now available to buy wine from you. Excellent. So, we will sell... we have 600, so we will sell 195, 190, 190. No, we'll just make sure that they're all happy with me. Ding, ding. Excellent. See, now we're making the money. Oh yeah, now we're making that sweet, sweet, great money. The leaves just grew a little bit.
The mayor arrived at your chateau giddy with excitement. You give him a tour of the grounds, and with the
Oh my god, that's so much money.
below the horizon, you uncork a bottle of your wine. You pour him a glass. Watch him savor the aromas. He takes a sip at first, then a gulp. He closes his eyes, as if suddenly hearing the voices of angels. In his mind, he is taken back to a time when things were more simple, and all one had to do to get by was smile. He opens his eyes and simply says, "Good. It's good. Looks like you did well."
$35,000 of good. Alright, now that we can do that. Okay, so here's the thing about this game. It's like, cool, grape varieties, whatever. Cabernet Sauvignon only grows in loam soil. Chardonnay grows in loam soil. It's relatively easy to grow and manage, and it develops the buttery and floral flavors during barrel storage, depending on what you put it in. Syrah grows in sandy soil. It's expensive to plant and grow, and it's more sensitive to fungal rot. It's the only variety in the game that is immune to overexposure, so even if it gets up to ripeness 10 and keeps trying to go up, it doesn't matter. It can develop earthy and smoky. Sauvignon Blanc, it grows in sandy soil. It's expensive but easy to grow. It can develop the floral flavor. Merlot grows in clay soil. It's very expensive and sensitive to rot. Pinot Noir grows in clay soil. It's the most expensive and most challenging variety to grow, but that means it produces the most expensive wine in the game. It can develop the floral and hints of vanilla flavors, the latter being unique to this variety. However, you can also get Semillon, which grows in sandy soil. You can create a perfectly fine wine from this grape using the usual winemaking methods, but to truly maximize its potential, you have to allow fungal rot to infect the vines, and at the end of every month, there's a chance that the fungal rot will turn into noble rot. Semillon harvested with the noble rot status effect will create noble rot Semillon, a much more expensive wine with its own set of ideal characteristics different from a regular Semillon. A good bottle of Semillon will command a very high price. Grenache grows in sandy soil. Like Semillon, you can craft good Grenache wine using the usual winemaking processes. True value of making it is that it's the only variety in the game that can be used to make rosé. Making Grenache rosé requires using the vin gris crushing method, which can only be used on Grenache grapes in the crushing process window. A good bottle of rosé is one of the most expensive wines in Terroir, along with Pinot Noir and Noble Rot Semillon. Grenache rosé will have an icon indicating its rosé classification after being stored. So, I'm only doing freaking Cabernet Sauvignon right now, but there is so much more to this game. In fact, that's loam, that's lake, that's loam. Now that we have a shit ton of money, let's spend some of it and plant some Chardonnay. We might have planted that a little too late to actually take advantage of it this year, but we'll see. We're actually still made some money last week. So the different tiles that you can get, the estate tile, whatever. Planting tiles, soil, clay, loam. Forests give planting tiles the fertility bonus, which increases their yield by an additional 10%. Lake tile gives complete immunity to phylloxera for 50 years. After 50 years, the complete immunity is decreased to 75% immunity. Empty tiles allow you to build structures on them, which include the workers' office, tavern, and castle ruins. So things like that. So it's one thing to just grow wine and make money, but you can actually do a lot more in this game too. If you see any tile that's grayed out and you don't like it, you can click on it to re-roll it for $1,000. And now it's a lake. How does that work? I don't fucking know, but apparently it does. Alright, the Chardonnay is ripening really fast, because it has no foliage. Shit! You've got light foliage. Crap, I am actually in trouble because I need rain. I need rain, like, right now. Fuck. How much does that cost? Okay. Oh, boy. So, my Chardonnay has been overexposed to the sun and has stopped producing. Balls. Fucking rain! Jesus Christ, it's the driest fucking year on record. Son of a bitch! God fucking damn it. Give me anything. Thank you. Not gonna help. It's not enough. I need to cut these back. God damn it. Cool. I can harvest now, and I probably should. But when you click the harvest button, you harvest everything. You don't get to choose what you grab. I just want to see if I can get this Cabernet Sauvignon a little bit higher. Chardonnay's gonna fucking suck. Just, you know it, I know it. Now it rains. Great. So happy about that. You have to harvest by the end of November, because if you don't, then you don't get anything. Your grapes wither on the vine, essentially. But I don't have enough foliage. God damn it. Alright, we'll harvest. Okay, so we got a good harvest of Cabernet Sauvignon. We can make a perfectly decent wine from that. Chardonnay, kind of fucked, but we can fix it. Maybe. So we have to choose a crushing method for each varietal. Crushing in progress. Crushing in progress. Crush, 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 crushing. And how do people figure out how to make wine? That's what I want to know. Like, how do people figure out to do this shit? All right, so this one we already know needs a month. This one decreases sweetness. Every 2 weeks of fermentation decreases sweetness by 1. We definitely do not want the Chardonnay to be sweet. We need it to go for at least 6 weeks, probably 2 months. We'll go for 2 months. Now, the thing is, you're good. Even though I said that the Cabernet Sauvignon is only going to be there for a month, we wait the full 2 months before we're done. So, but the good news is we still got $15,000, so our monthly expenses are fine. Once you plant a vine grape or a series of grapes, you don't have to replant them. You don't have to pay to plant them again. So I paid $10,000 to plant this Chardonnay, but I'm still gonna grow Chardonnay there. I don't need to replant the vines unless they get, you know, super diseased or something. So I'm not gonna lose anything other than just monthly expenses. So that's good. So we need to... Ooh, the sweetness is a little low on this one. Interesting. We need to definitely increase acidity. We will increase it to 6. No, we'll increase it all the way. We're going to increase it all the way because when you put it in the barrels, it reduces acidity and tannins. Alright, so, barrels. So we need to put this in the common French oak, and this also in the common French oak. This one we're actually going to need to sell in about 3 months, because we've got to get that acidity down to like a 6 or a 7. And yes, you can lose track of what you have stored in your basement, and that can be just as bad as leaving it in there too long. Or once you can, after you leave it in there for a certain amount of time, it doesn't do anything else. Alright, so now we're getting all the rain, so we got to cut these back. Delightful spring weather. Oh, my neck. Oh, that hurt a little bit. Alright, so our ripeness should start going up, hopefully. Alright, let's take a look here. Alright, so the Cabernet Sauvignon has been... Oh yeah, I can't believe it's not butter. Buttery flavor grants plus 10% to your wine's price. However, 1 star will be deducted from its final rating because it was overexposed. We don't have a way of getting around that. Let's bottle this first. Costs a lot. And then we'll bottle this. Cheap as shit. Cool. I meant to put that in there for a lot longer, didn't I? Well, shit. Alright, so we're keeping this because we've only got a few bottles. Organized tasting of this Cabernet Sauvignon. Let's see what you guys think this time. Let's actually bring Caleb Eliahi. Let's see what he says. Well, acidity was too low. So the higher the rating for the wine tasters, the more fastidious they'll be. But 4.5 stars is a perfectly decent rating for a bottle of wine. But it's not 5 stars, so we'll keep our 5-star one. But we can sell this for a lot, so 440. Make us some sweet, sweet money. And let's organize a tasting of the Chardonnay. Nobody's gonna like it, but we'll try. We'll see what they say. Wow, they still gave it 4 stars. Acidity was too high. I did bottle it too soon. Shit. Yeah, acidity was too high. If I'd left it in there for 1 more month, it would have been perfect. I can't sell this because everybody's still waiting to sell. Alright. So that's Terroir. It's just a winemaking game, guys. That's all it is. I mean, it's a fun little management game. It's very chill. It's very it offers interesting challenges because you could know the perfect recipe, exactly what numbers are required to make the perfect bottle of wine. But based on the seasons, you might not be able to get them. And you have to deal with that. It's yeah, like I said, it's a fun little game. Stop growing. Is it a game that's going to keep your interest for a very long time? Maybe not. But, I mean, you've got all the different varieties that you can grow. We've made a shit ton of money. And it looks like the map is really small, but as soon as you frickin' buy a tile, I mean, you're unlocking all the tiles adjacent to it, so you can get a very, very big terroir. And have to manage a lot of vines and have to figure out all the different goods and bads to it. So it can be a very complicated game very quickly. But it's an interesting one. It's not the usual kind of game that I'll play, but it's an interesting take on the management game. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. Sorry about the cut in the middle where bad things happened. Hey, look, we can harvest immediately. Sweet! If you'd like this game, it's on Steam. I think it's still in early access. They're still trying to work some stuff out and add some more features to it, so it could be really interesting to see what they do. But, hope you enjoyed it. Go have a glass of wine. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure to click that like button down below if you liked it, and, I'm not going to go have a glass of wine. I'm probably going to drink beer. I am not high class. Not even remotely.